What is going on, YouTube? My name is Elijah.
And I'm Haroon.
And we are Unconventional Millennials. Welcome to our YouTube channel where we're going to take you along on our debt-free journey. Be sure to start by hitting the subscribe button. We want to start by saying a big thank you to everyone that watched our very first YouTube video. If you haven't yet, we'll put the link in the description down below, so be sure to check out that video after this video. So a big thank you to everyone that watched that video, that commented, that shared it, that liked it, that subscribed. We greatly appreciate it. And so one of the biggest feedback and comments that we had from that first video was you guys really want to know exactly how we were able to pay off such a huge, significant amount of debt in such a short period of time. And so today we're going to be talking in more details the very plan and the very tool that we used and that we're continuing to use to get us out of debt.
And we're also going to be talking about what type of debt we paid off. So a couple of people asked what type of debt we had, and so we're going to be talking about that as well. So we had several types of debts that we paid off. So when we were talking about what we paid off during our last video, some of that debt we'll be talking about what kind of debt we paid off. So just to kind of start off, we both had credit card debt. Although they were very minimal, I had credit card debt under my name, and then he had credit card debt under his name. So we paid all that off. And then the next thing we had was car loans, and we both had car loans and car debt. And so we paid off his, and then we paid off mine. So that is also included in what we paid off, what we talked about during our last video. The third thing we had was student loans. Like many of us out there, we have student loans, and we had two kinds of student loans. The first ones that we had were student loans that our parents co-signed under. So my dad co-signed on some of my loans for me, and his mom co-signed on some of his loans for him. We decided to take care of that first to give them a priority so that we can just get them off of our loans. And so we paid that off completely for both of us. And then we moved on to our federal loans that we both had left over for him for undergrad and for me for undergrad and grad school. And so we paid off a majority of my undergrad, and then started paying off some of his undergrad as well. And so that's kind of what our debt is includes basically.
All right, so those are the debt that we have and had. And so now we're going to talk specifically on the tool and plan that we used and are continuing to use to get out of debt. And so the primary tool that we used for our debt-free process is Dave Ramsey's Baby Step. Now, Dave Ramsey is a financial guru that has helped thousands and thousands of people and families get out of debt. And his plan is what we are using to get out of debt. And so he has what he refers to as the 7 baby steps to financial freedom, essentially. And so we're going to go through those baby steps right now quickly.
So the first baby step that Dave Ramsey talks about is saving a $1,000 emergency fund. And so Dave Ramsey talks about this $1,000 being only for emergencies and not just things that we think are emergencies. So what we started off doing is by saving our $1,000 and putting it in a savings account to be used only for emergencies.
Baby step number 2 is paying off all your debt except for your house. So if you own a home, we'll get to that later. Baby step number 2 is where we pay off everything else using what Dave Ramsey refers to as the snowball method, which is paying off everything from your smallest balance to your biggest balance. And what it means by that with the snowball is when you start with your lowest balance, and once you pay that off first, whatever minimum payment you were using towards that debt, once that's gone, now you get that minimum payment to be used for your next debt, and then once that's gone, that goes to the next one, and so on and so forth. And so that's the snowball effect that you use to pay off all your debt. So using the snowball method, you pay all your debt off from the very smallest balance to the very highest balance.
So baby step number 2 is where we're currently at right now, where we're paying off basically all our debts except a house, and we don't own a house, so that's basically what we're doing right now. And so the third baby step that Dave Ramsey talks about is saving a 3 to 6 months expense fund. So whatever your living expenses are, save a 3 to 6 months of that, and so that will be your fully funded emergency fund. And Dave Ramsey talks about this being useful if, just to have a fully funded emergency fund just in case someone loses a job or, is laid off for whatever reason or whatever the situation is. This would be what that would be for. And you can kind of tailor it to what you want. That's why it's 3 to 6 months based on kind of what your comfortability is.
All right, baby step number 4 is putting 15% of your income into a retirement fund. And so at this point, you've paid off all your debt, you have your full emergency fund, and now you want to start investing into your future. So Dave Ramsey encourages you at this point to put 15% of your pre-tax income into either something like a 401k or 401b and or a Roth IRA. And that way you start growing that compound interest and your future start looking very, very bright.
So baby step number 5 is, if you have kids or are planning to have kids, is saving for your kids' college fund. And Dave Ramsey talks about starting this as soon as you're basically either done investing or while you're still investing, to start really doing this when your kids are young. Or I think sometimes he even talks about if you're planning on having kids, to just start before you even have kids.
And then baby step number 6 is if you do want to own, which like we said, we do not, we're currently renting, but baby step number 6 is where you're going to go and pay off that house early. Again, the way that Ramsey works, we're not going to do things the conventional way and waiting 15 to 30 years to pay that off. At this point, you have no other debt. Credit cards are gone, car is gone, student loan is gone. So now you get to attack your house and pay it off as soon as possible, because again, remember, that snowball is huge now. There's no other payment that you have, so now you have all this extra money to throw towards your house. So baby step 6, pay off that house early.
So baby step number 7 is, so basically at this point you should have all your debt paid off, and you already started investing, you already started saving for your children's college fund or whatever savings, and you paid off your house. So Dave Ramsey talks about giving. So giving either to charity or family or helping family members or friends. But basically, he talks about giving and building wealth at this point in your debt-free journey. And so that's basically what he recommends. So you guys know, we are using, the 7 baby steps that Dave Ramsey recommends, but we have been tailoring it to our own, I guess, convenience, but also we've used other people's debt-free journeys as inspiration to tailor our debt-free journey a little bit, just to our own lifestyle and personalities and kind of just how we work. And so although we are using these baby steps, we kind of altered it a little bit, and we'll be talking about that in other videos that we'll be doing too. And I know some other people have asked questions like, how much do you guys make? How were you able to pay off, over $85,000 in such a short time? And as we're going through our journey, we'll answer those questions as we can. Just know that, we are looking at our comments. We are going to be taking some questions and kind of tailoring our videos to address some of those questions. And I know that in the beginning, our first video, we were really ambitious, and we said we were going to be uploading videos probably every other week or maybe once a month, but life has been really busy, and so we're going to do, we're going to be on a better schedule, and so just so that we can answer some questions and keep the videos coming.
So continue to comment, continue to share the video. Please share this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, and we will hopefully see you soon. Take it easy.
Bye.